For more Liquid Lunch, head over to YouTube, do a search for Liquid Lunch TV, and hit that subscribe button.
Hey, welcome back. It's a Money Monday edition of Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco, coming here live as we do every day from the Question Tequila Studios, noon to 1 Eastern from Midtown Manhattan. And in the last segment, it's the last call. It's closing time for this 10th week of Liquid Lunch. And as we do always, we have the WTF, What's the Facts segment, where Frank comes in and corrects any small inaccuracies I may have said during the show.
All right,
well, I have a drink.
I'll take a drink as well, John. I mean, for a show called Liquid Lunch, it's awfully difficult to get a glass of vodka around here. But I will say, this is not really your inaccuracy, but I just want to clarify this. So you indicated earlier that all of the Democratic presidential candidates during the second debate all raised their hands that they wanted to provide their health insurance plan to illegal aliens. And that's true. They all did raise their hand. However, Steve Bullock said on television over the weekend, he's the governor of Montana, he's running for president, and he's going to be included in this next round of debates. He said that he would not cover illegal immigrants. So while they did all raise their hand, Steve Bullock did not agree to that. So there's at least one candidate that does not want to provide government-funded health insurance to illegal aliens.
And this is the governor of Montana.
That's right.
Steve Bullock.
That's a state, by the way.
I would say he's going to rock it in the polls. That's because if you're a Democrat and you're kind of like a blue dog Democrat, a Reagan Democrat, a Kennedy Democrat,
Trump Democrat,
you probably like someone who says, all right, come on, do we really have to give free health care to even illegal immigrants? Well, we can't even help our own people.
Well, don't sleep on Steve Bullock, because I agree with you.
I mean, I'm a Trump fan.
Right, well, so he got elected statewide in a state that Trump won. So he's figured out, with the rest of the Democratic field hasn't. He's figured out how to win as a Democrat in Trump country, which is a pretty neat trick. Now, a couple of other errors that you did make. Bang. You indicated that that socialism has failed everywhere that it's tried. Now, Sweden and Denmark, by all measures, are absolutely socialist countries. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to say that they've failed as countries. Things are pretty good in Sweden and Denmark.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, all right, I'll give you those two. But I mean, it's like, didn't like Sweden or one of them have a hand in like all of Hitler's cash and gold and all that stuff? So
that was Switzerland.
That was Switzerland. I mean, they had like a head start.
Fair enough. Now, John, you also, when discussing the Planned Parenthood CEO's handling of transgender issues, you indicated that he was ousted. Now, very ironic that you chose that pronoun.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Right.
There's no pronoun.
You say they, like they do in Berkeley.
Okay, this is easy for me. I can eliminate all gender mistakes by saying they were.
She is a she, and she's claiming still to be a she, not a he. And then lastly, John,
was she going to go down a maintenance hole to escape Planned Parenthood?
Lastly, John, I do not understand for the life of me what is with you and the time. So last week we exposed you twice as when it's a little bit past half past the hour. You were saying twice last week it's half past the bottom of the hour.
Yeah.
Today you did something which makes equally zero sense, which is that it's half past the top of the hour. Now, I don't understand when the time is on people's screens why you feel the need to keep saying what time it is, but you do. And that's your style, and that's great. So why do we say this is 12, right? That's where the top of the hour is. This is 6. So when it's 6:30 or 12:30, that's the bottom of the hour. Now, if it's half past the top of the hour or half past the bottom of the hour, that doesn't mean anything. It's just half past the hour. It means the same thing as the bottom of the hour.
My friends at the ABBC Coin Foundation, and they just gave me this genie bottle. I've been reluctant to use it because I only get 3 wishes out of it. But right now I'm rubbing it to see if my genie in there, are you in there? if he can make Frank disappear. Because I'm getting a little tired of his antics with the clock and everything else. I'm trying to practice sounding more like a television radio person. Like give him. Sometimes the clock doesn't come in.
I don't know what TV shows you're watching where they're giving the time
sometimes
constantly.
The clock doesn't come in for like the first.
Folks,
I'm trying to make people know that it's live.
If you're
it's
watching,
happening. We're right here in New York. It's live.
Folks, if you're watching this show to know what time it is, you've got issues.
Well, we know what time it is. I can tell you that.
Get a
you know
mobile
what
phone.
time it is.
Get a mobile phone. Get a watch. You could do anything. Ask someone. Look up at the sun. There are so many ways aside from television that you can know what time it is. But in case you need this show, it's right on the screen.
All
you
right.
can just look at it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for tuning into this Money Monday. Chris Salcedo is coming up next right here on Newsmax TV. And we're coming back to you regardless of how he wants to characterize it tomorrow at high noon Eastern, the top of the hour of noon, right here in New York. Same bat time, same bat channel.